Every morning we face a choice. We can wake up and just start moving, letting the day lead us where it wants, or we can set our course. We can take a few moments to say certain things to ourselves, words that set the tone for our day, words that align our minds, our attitudes, and our actions with our best intentions. Now, I don't mean affirmations that are empty of substance, because that's not what gives us the fuel we need. It's not about repeating feel-good words. No, I'm talking about powerful phrases grounded in truth, principles, and real intention. These are words you say to yourself that remind you who you are, where you're going, and what it will take to get there. Imagine this. Every morning, you say these 5 things to yourself, setting a foundation to build a day that matters. Each phrase is a brick, each one a little bit of strength, a little bit of wisdom. You build that wall brick by brick, and soon enough, you'll find yourself standing behind a fortress of purpose and resolve. It's that kind of structure that holds up when things get tough, that keeps you grounded when the winds of life blow strong. And the beauty of it is, when you say these things every day, you're not only reminding yourself of the best version of you, you're stepping into that version one morning at a time. It's like taking your thoughts and aligning them with the actions you're about to take, setting the course before you walk it. This habit is one of those small disciplines that, over time, makes a big difference. Each phrase has power, and each one has its place in building the day you want. These words guide your energy, shape your choices, and remind you of what you're capable of. They act like a compass, steering you through the day's distractions, challenges, and temptations, keeping you focused on the path you want to walk. The goal here isn't perfection, but direction. It's about building momentum, one morning at a time, so that when you reach the end of your day, you can say, today was good. Today was purposeful. So, the first thing to say to yourself each morning is, today, I take responsibility. Now, responsibility is one of those powerful words that shapes everything else. When you start your day by taking full responsibility, you set the stage for real power. Because here's the truth. You cannot change the wind, but you can set the sail. Responsibility means owning that sail, adjusting it, and not blaming the wind, the sea, or the boat. It's understanding that no matter what comes at you, you get to choose your response. And my friends, that's real freedom. See, one of the most liberating things you can realize in life is that your circumstances don't define you. What defines you is how you respond to them. Responsibility isn't about fault or guilt. It's about control. It's recognizing that you, and only you, steer your ship. And by saying, today I take responsibility, you're setting an intention to own your choices, your actions, and your attitude for the day. You're saying that whatever happens, you're going to respond in a way that aligns with your values and your goals. Now, some people spend their lives in a mindset of blame. They're quick to point fingers, quick to find fault in circumstances and other people and the world around them. But here's what I learned over the years. Blame may feel good in the short term, but it leaves you powerless. The moment you say, it's their fault, you give away control. You're essentially saying, I can't change this because it's not up to me. But responsibility gives you power because it puts the control back in your hands. When you take responsibility, you're no longer waiting for the world to change. You're setting yourself up to make changes within yourself. Does this mean I have to handle everything perfectly? that I can't ever slip up. Not at all. Taking responsibility doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. It doesn't mean you won't have days where things fall apart. But it does mean you own those moments. You recognize them, you learn from them, and you get back up. Taking responsibility means that when you fail, you don't fall into shame or self-pity. Instead, you look at what went wrong. It's what you can learn from it, and then you adjust your course. It's like being the CEO of your life. A good CEO doesn't blame the economy or the competition when times get tough. No, a good CEO steps back, assesses the situation, and makes changes. They take responsibility for the outcome because they know that's the only way to lead effectively. So when you say to yourself, today, I take responsibility, you're stepping into that role for your own life. You're becoming the CEO of your day. You're making a commitment that whatever happens, you'll meet it with maturity, with resilience, and with action. Now, why say it in the morning? Because that's when your mind is fresh, unclouded by the day's events. Morning is when you have a chance to set the direction before the distractions come. Imagine it like setting your internal compass. When you say, today, I take responsibility, you're tuning your mind, aligning it to look for solutions instead of problems, to focus on actions instead of complaints. This single commitment made each morning helps you to notice when you start slipping into blame. It's like a reset button, reminding you to pull back from negative thoughts and stay focused on what you can control. And here's the real magic. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for the perfect circumstances to act. You see, some people put off their dreams, their goals, their best intentions, all because they're waiting for the right conditions. But here's what I've learned. There's no perfect time, and the conditions will never be just right. If you want progress, you've got to work with what you have and do what you can. And that's exactly what responsibility does for you. It gives you the courage to act today, right where you are, with whatever resources you have. Responsibility also keeps you grounded in reality. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about looking at where you are and saying, okay, here's the situation. What can I do about it? It means acknowledging both the opportunities and the limitations, and then making the best of it. It's a mindset that says, no excuses. And when you bring that mindset into each day, you start to see results. Because success isn't about waiting for ideal circumstances. It's about making progress, inch by inch, step by step, in the real world. So when you say, today, I take responsibility, it's not just a phrase, it's a declaration. It's a way of telling yourself that, come what may, you're going to stand up and face the day with courage. It's a promise that you'll own your choices, that you'll handle the setbacks, and that you'll keep moving forward. And my friends, when you live with that kind of responsibility, you don't need anyone else to motivate you. You don't need the perfect plan or all the answers or even ideal conditions. You just need to know that you'll do the best with what you have.